this time of year. And finally, from the Kentucky Association of Marriage and Family Therapists, Dr. Eli Karam is with us. If you have an issue at home, whether it be with your spouse, perhaps it's your stepson, your stepdaughter, maybe extended family, whatever the case may be, you know the number, 571-5263. Give us a call, and Dr. Karam would love to address those. First of all, let's talk a little bit about the Kentucky Association of Marriage and Family Therapists. You can check out and maybe find someone that might be a fit for you online, correct, Doc?
Yeah, every week we come on and we talk to you about marriage and family therapists, which the profession of marriage and family therapy, unlike some other mental health professions, sees you as far as your strength and health, both you and all of your important interpersonal relationships. So you don't necessarily have to be in a relationship or come with a partner or a family member to see a marriage and family therapist, as we say. In fact, they are going to see you and all of your important contexts, what's going on at home, what's going on at work, and they'll help you kind of with, they work with the working well, but can also work with previous diagnosis or a family member that has a diagnosis. So as we do each and every week, we invite you to both call in, send your emails, and you can check out more at kamft.org. That is the Kentucky, as John said, Association for Marriage and Family Therapy, is the division of the American Association of Marriage and Family Therapy, AAMFT. And you can see all of our past segments for the past 2 years on live, on Wave 3 Listens Live. And you can also see everything else as far as news you can use, and what you see flashed on the screen right now is Therapist Locator. So you've been listening to this segment and you think, you know, it's that time of year I would like to consult or at least explore the option of seeing an LMFT, a licensed marriage and family therapist. Well, you click on that rectangular box, you put in your zip code, and there you're going to see all the therapists licensed in your area, where they will have their profiles, their specialties. Many of them will have their own websites. You click on there, you find someone, or if you're trying to get your partner on board or your family member, you help them look at it with you and find someone that might be a good fit for you. As we say all the time, any marriage and family therapist should be able to talk to you on the phone for 5 and 10 minutes, assess fit, and you can decide if you're going to make that appointment or not.
All right, thank you very much. And by the way, the holiday season is fast approaching, so perhaps you have an issue with an in-law, whatever the case may be, 571-5263. We're going to go to an email real quickly here. Dr. Karam, put you to work.
Sure. My
husband has a binge-watching problem with TV. We have cut the cord and now watch shows only on Hulu and Netflix. What started out as a comfortable way to catch up on the series we missed when they originally aired and spend some time together has now turned into a major obsession and relationship killer. He is defensive when I bring this up, and I'm feeling left out almost every evening. Please help, Karen. So the TV is actually a third party in this little problem here.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes we talk about technology being a great thing, but it can also really be a stressor on relationships. So the idea of streaming shows, TV, for a lot of people is revolutionary the way they watch TV. They are cutting the cord, but for many couples and families in general, it causes a problem. So this is actually an email, but marriage and family therapists talked a lot about when something which can be a good thing is done to the extreme. So in this situation, your spouse is kind of going overboard, which the idea of binge watching, which is a term you see used a lot. Again, also you'll hear about Netflix infidelity, and as John was saying, when that becomes the third party, when you start out watching a show together or a whole season, and then your partner can't turn it off, so they watch shows without you. In fact, a recent survey, about 2,000 Americans, 51% of Americans and people in coupled relationship admitted to doing this, watching a third party, and then many people don't reveal it and will actually go as far as to watch the show again and fake a reaction, John, to the so it becomes an issue and certainly a problem. Yeah.
Wow.
But what you can do, well, there's a couple things you can do. Again, a ritual of connection could be watching your show, but you have some ground rules going on. So you're only going to watch one show, or you're only going to watch a show when you're together. And then also, if you're getting too reliant on the technology, Netflix, Hulu, there is no penalty. You cancel. It's a month-by-month subscription. So many couples, as a ability to kind of cut out the distraction and kind of reorganize or re-energize and work on the relationship, they'll cut the subscription for a month and then kind of go back in a graduated way. So those are things you can try. Certainly, though, if you are using a screen, whether it be a tablet, a TV, a laptop, to avoid spending time, connection with your family members or your partner, something a marriage and family therapist is going to help you with, kind of build those rituals of connection. So certainly, Karen, thank you for that email. That's something that an LMFT could work with you and your spouse on.
I'm curious, before we move to the next email or the next call, and your calls are welcome at 571-5263, this time of year, holiday season, do you see a lot? Is it common to have people come in and want to talk about getting together with in-laws? Maybe there was a past issue or something that kind of gets away of, gets in the way of being close. Do you hear a lot of this around this time of year?
Sure. Thanksgiving especially, right? People are going to celebrate this meal, and sometimes you're going to be in the company of family members. They always say we can't pick and choose our family. Family members that are either uncomfortable for you to be around, you have some unresolved feelings with. So many couples or individuals will come in and see an MFT to talk about kind of a game plan to deal with these really potentially uncomfortable situations. So as John says, some tips around that. You want to, if you're entering into hostile territory or a situation that you're not exactly sure how it's going to go for a Thanksgiving meal in a couple weeks, you want to have a talk with your spouse about what things you will share and what things you won't. Some things are not appropriate, John, to bring up over the Thanksgiving table. So even if your spouse is comfortable with it or your family members comfortable, you might not be. So
boundaries.
Yeah, you want to have a talk about what to share and what not. And then you want like a code, a word, a hand squeeze, something that, when you take a trip and you're staying with somebody else, that you can kind of excuse yourself or go and check in with your partner if you're feeling a little stressed by the kind of the in-laws or the family situation. But it's certainly something marriage and family therapists deal with a lot.
Very smart. Code word, a hand squeeze, some kind of signals. I'm not comfortable. I'm excusing myself. I like that.
That's right.
All right. If you have an issue, 571-5263. We've got another segment with Dr. Eli Karam, Kentucky Association of Marriage and Family Therapists. We'll be right back. Dining Out for Life, I want to remind you once again, it all happens on Wednesday, November 19th. 25% of your bill will be donated for Dining Out for Life, and that is an organization that helps the House of Ruth. The House of Ruth is a local Louisville nonprofit organization that strengthens lives for those affected by HIV and AIDS. So House of Ruth offers housing, support services, a holistic focus on individuals who are HIV positive. If you'd like to help, mark it on your calendar and then get out to eat at one of these fine restaurants November 19th. 25% of your bill. 25%.
The day. You might